Okay, here we go, guys. How's it going? It's your boy Stas here. Got my good old double espresso, which I just realized I might need a refill after this video. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in as stocks are selling off across the board after we got news OpenAI reportedly missed on their revenue targets. And you guys know OpenAI, they're worth what, like $800-900 billion based on their recent round where they raised, I think, 120 billion, something crazy, right? And that's bringing down all these chip stocks, Nvidia, AMD, we have Broadcom, you name it, Oracle, obviously, all these are coming down, and the Qs are now down 1.5% on the day. SPY's down about, let's see, 0.75%, as the Russell's down about 1.3, almost down as much as the Qs, but the Dow is actually in the green, up 0.1%, trading at, let's see, 49,200 points. And of course, oil is going up. We'll talk a little bit about that in this video. Brent is up 2%, WTI 3.5%, and the VIX is up roughly 3.5% as well. So buckle up, guys. We have a lot to break down, from OpenAI to the charts, these AI stocks, what I'm doing as obviously I'm invested in, some of these names. We'll cover everything today. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon for my portfolio updates, my private Discord, that's linked down below, pinned in the comments as well. And now let's dive right into it. Starting off with the article here, we might as well just head first into it, guys. We can see OpenAI reportedly missed revenue targets, and shares of Oracle and other chip stocks are falling, says the headline here. And if we zoom in a little bit, we can see shares of companies tied to AI infrastructure tumbled today, and Oracle, which has a $300 billion 5-year partnership to supply computing power to OpenAI for AI operations, it was down more than 6%, at least at the time of this article. And we'll go through all these stocks later in the video, guys. Nvidia, Broadcom, AMD, all these are down, 2, 3, 4, 5%, and Qualcomm pulled down as well, and CoreWeave, to name a couple here. And you guys can kind of see the performances here from these different stocks so far today. Again, Oracle, Qualcomm, Nvidia, all these names that we just mentioned. And this came from the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal reported that OpenAI has recently missed its projections, not only for revenue, like I said in the intro, but also for user growth. Right? The shortfall has sparked internal concern about whether the company can keep pace with the massive financial commitments required to build out data centers and secure long-term computing capacity. And according to the report, finance chief Sarah Fryer, I believe is how you say her name, has warned colleagues that, look, if revenue growth doesn't accelerate, the company could face difficulty funding future compute agreements. And of course, OpenAI pushed back on the report. They said, this is ridiculous. We're totally aligned on buying as much compute as we can and working hard on it together every single day. And the company, which kickstarted the AI boom pretty much with ChatGPT launching in 2022, recently closed a record-breaking $122 billion funding round at a post-money valuation of $852 billion. And I get this question a lot, Stas, are you going to buy the OpenAI IPO? And the answer is no, I'm not. Not because I think OpenAI is going out of business or they're not successful. They're obviously successful. They're doing well. But for me, I avoid IPOs because of many reasons, quite frankly. But look, when companies go public, they're pretty much a lot of the time priced to perfection, super overvalued. You don't hit the public market and, your stock's undervalued. Your stock's under the radar, right? Everybody knows about OpenAI. Everybody and their grandma wants part of the IPO. And a lot of the time, IPOs are exits for a lot of these early on investors. And yeah, I get it. The lockup period, 6 months, whatever. But look, for me, when it comes to IPOs, I like to wait 6 to 12 months at least before buying in, right? I'm not one of these guys that's buying in the day of unless I'm trading it on hype. Yeah, there could be hype the day OpenAI IPOs. You could make money the first couple of days, but I think overall, yeah, the stock's going to take a beat down, 6 to 12 months potentially after IPOing, maybe 2-3 months after IPOing. Heck, maybe a week, a couple weeks after IPOing. I think the stock's going to go down. So keep in mind, it's priced to perfection. It's very hot, and buying it on IPO is very risky, man. Very risky, at least in my opinion. And we can see, what did this guy say? Jordan Klein, TMT sector specialist at Mizuho, he said you would assume any slowing was known by the investors, right? If not, shame on OpenAI. He also said, how new could update or how new could the update be? I guess they missed a word here. As the round closed at the end of March, when the quarter would have ended, and it's not even May 1st. I highly doubt, he said, OAI fundamentals slowed that fast in under 30 days. So he's saying, look, OpenAI kind of knew about this. Shame on them. There's no way they saw this user growth and revenue growth decline this much in just the last 30 days. This must have been a problem longer than that. So I can see where he's coming from. And again, for me, I'm avoiding OpenAI, not because they're a bad company, but because, again, IPOs in general, man, especially ones that are hot, they can see drastic pullbacks, shortly after the IPO. And again, you could make money. You could make money the day after it IPOs, a couple weeks after, sure. But I'm willing to bet that it will see a big substantial pullback after it IPOs. And, there's so many examples of this. We're not going to run through all these examples, but you can see, for example, I guess we'll do one here. Robinhood, it was very hot. Trust me, when this thing IPO'd, you guys remember, it was hot. This thing IPO'd at, $35 at one of the best times to IPO, right? Back in 2021, it got all the way to $80, $85, and then it tanked all the way to $6 a share. And now it's obviously way higher. So if you're patient with these IPOs, you can get better entries, right? Trust me, you can get better entries. So let me show you now these chip stocks quickly here, as again, a lot of these are taking a beat down. Oracle is one of them that's taking, a decent drawdown or beat down, whatever you want to call it right now. Oracle's down 4%. It was down even more earlier this morning. We hit $158 a share. We were down 9% at the lowest in the pre-market. Now we're rallying a little bit, and honestly, man, this stock was due for a pullback. A lot of these were. I guess it started to pull back before we got this news, and you guys can see Oracle is still, I guess, trading above the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart, which is a good sign technically. But, the fact that we're not really confirming a full-on breakout, that alarms me a bit on the charts. But then again, we have a golden cross here. So, it could still be the start of a reversal on Oracle. But it's nowhere near, obviously, where it was a couple months ago when we got this OpenAI deal. The announcement back in, when was that? Back in September. I mean, this stock went haywire, or maybe it was before that. It was right around here. Either way, man, this is nowhere near where it was. And, the 3-year chart does look good on Oracle. I have said that before. I'll say it again. But, man, this OpenAI news is putting it's raining on their parade, at least the recent parade they've seen, where the stock's gone up a good amount. And, look, other names here, yeah, they were due for a pullback. NVIDIA's being one of them. We can see this thing hit all-time highs just literally yesterday. Or that was this morning maybe. No, that was yesterday, right? Yeah. After market yesterday, we hit 219 on NVIDIA stock, which, I mean, look, I'm long. It's my top two, one of my top two stocks. Even I'm saying it got a little too hot, a little ahead of itself, and it was due for a pullback, and we're getting it. We're getting it on this OpenAI news. And will this bring down stocks a lot more? No, I don't think it's that type of news where we're going to get a substantial extended drawdown. I think it's just a 1 day headline, maybe 2 day, whatever. Maybe it causes a sell off for 2 days, right? But I think it's going to be a blip here, and a lot of these stocks were looking for a reason to pull back, and we got it. So Nvidia looking very good still, very good, well within the breakout. AMD as well. This thing got very hot. I mean, this stock went up so much in the last month. I mean, this stock was at 195 1 month ago, 30 days ago, right? And we just hit 350. So holy crap. This needed a pullback. We started drawing down yesterday. Today we got another big pullback, obviously, for obvious reasons, down 4%. And this thing exploded after Intel reported earnings, and we got word, oh my God, CPU demand is through the roof. AMD went up 12%, I think, on Friday after that news. So it was due for a pullback. We're getting it. Broadcom, I believe, as well. 5% drawdown, which it was due for a pullback. We're getting it. Let's see other names here in the space. Maybe TSM. About 3.6%. That's pulling back after hitting all-time highs at 420. So the point is here, guys, this is nothing to panic about, in my opinion. Reportedly, yeah, they're missing their revenue targets in the short term. Their user growth targets, but they're still going to IPO. It's still going to be the hottest IPO ever, probably the most valuable, right? So at the end of the day, it's a short-term blip. These stocks were looking for reasons to sell off, and we got them, and yeah, it could sell off maybe another day, maybe two, but I just don't think it's going to be a long drawn out sell off based off of this news, at least. That's just me. What do you guys think? And full disclosure, I'm long. Out of all these stocks, I'm long Nvidia. That's the only one that I'm really long that we've mentioned. I guess you could say, well, I was long AMD. I sold that way too early, man. Way too early. Way, way, way too early. But we're not going to reopen that wound right now, guys, in this video. But yeah, I mean, that's the breaking news. Stocks are selling off across the board. But I think it's an opportunity, arguably, to add on the dip. And look, I'm not adding any of these stocks on the dip personally, because I'm in at lower prices, at least on Nvidia, the one I own. So I'm not buying the dip on Nvidia. But if you're looking to be, or let's say you're a momentum trader, you're looking to buy the dip in the short term for a rebound, I think it could be an opportunity. Do your own research, though. I'm not a financial advisor, and we'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Smash that like button, and of course, join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. You see everything I'm doing in that portfolio, my trades, my investments, how I'm selling options to create income, and you guys get more access to me one-on-one, whether it's on Patreon, on Discord, and oh, by the way, there's a private Discord. It's all linked down below, pinned in the comments as well, or go to stockssurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.